Welcome back, guys. I said I didn't know what the next video was going to be, but I've now found what it's going to be. I picked up a 1999 Toyota Hilux. Comes with a 2-inch lift kit, airbag rear suspension. It's got 31-inch muddies on it, and it's a bit rough. I only paid $2,500 for it. It didn't start, but I found the glow plug wire was buggered. The battery's buggered, so it only starts with a jump start or after it's been started for a little bit. There's something slightly wrong with the slave cylinder in the clutch, but the clutch has been working good now, so might just need a bleed. So, but yeah, I've got plans to wrap to coat this in, I think, in a tan coloured Raptor. But yeah, just thought I'd start filming the journey of this 4-wheel drive makeover. I'm just starting to detail the inside. Got the mats out, give it a bit of a vacuum, then wipe over everything, give everything a good rub. Like it's been neglected. Mixing the console cover. AC works though. Fan's a bit noisy under there. Stereo works. Yeah, it just needs tidying up, really. And then it's got no rego, so a bit of rego and a bit of a tidy up and it'll be good. So I pulled off this panel here, and as you can see there's dirt and shit everywhere, so I'm just going to continue pulling stuff off and get all the dirt out. So I've got both bolts, driver's side and passenger seat bolts out of the seat. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to pull the back seat out, and I think this vinyl will lift up, so I might be able to pull it out. Yep, I will. So I can clean it all and get all the shit out. Like that's build up of heaps of shit. Get all that out and just do a good once over properly. Got all the seats out and there's shit everywhere, so I'm gonna chuck the vacuum in here, and then I'll pull this carpet up and chuck the vacuum underneath and probably pressure wash this vinyl, not carpet I mean, and yeah. Got the vinyl out here, just giving it a pressure wash and a bit of a scrub so it can come up nice and good. I got the vinyl back in, it's still got some stains over it, and I've run out of my vinyl stain stuff, so I can get to those stains when the seat's in, and when everything's back together, so it should be alright. So I think there's going to be a storm later, so I'm going to get this out so I can get my mum's car in so it's protected from it. Just going to put this back out the back there. But battery's buggered, so I did have to jump start it. But it seems to be running pretty good. I left the seats out because I'm just going to go down tomorrow to Autobarn or Super Cheap and get some vinyl stain cleaner and just do it while it's out, might as well. And I'll clean up that back wall a little bit. So I'm going to be tidying up the engine bay a little bit in here. I ended up putting the seats back in, and it looks pretty good in here. Not too bad. Still the floor needs a bit of a... I got real good shiny vinyl stuff at work, which I'll have to soak into it for a little bit. So I'll have to get some more of that maybe tomorrow. Give all the vinyl a good bit. I've got the polish out and just polish a little bit of those back bits, and particularly that bit there come up really shiny, so it'd be good if I can get the rest of the engine bay like that. So I've tried a few different methods, like tried washing detergent on a brush, scrubbing things, but the paint just never come up good and just wasn't working so good. So I've been dipping the brush in polish and actually polishing just because it gets in like the grooves and stuff, in where all the dirt is. And it looks 10 times better than it did. It's still got all those dirty marks on it, like in some spots and stuff, but it is making it better than it was. Now I think I've sorted the starting problem. Well, not sorted, but found out what the starting problem is. So there's no power getting to one of the spots on this relay when the glow plug light was on. So I've just ran a wire from there. You can hear that relay actually clicking. And I think it's clicking obviously because the glow plugs are coming on. Now it was clicking originally. Whether or not I've shorted something out or it was intermittent, only clicking every now and then, not 100% sure. But now I've manually got it clicking, so I'd turn the key on, put this on, 20 seconds, turn the key off. Do that for 3 times, wound it over. It winded a fair for a little bit, but it actually still started surprisingly, which is very good. So I think new set of glow plugs, because they're a little bit crook, and try and find out why that's not getting any power, and that should be the problem with that. Now one big thing I'm doing with this is I'm getting it painted before I register it. That's the main priority. Knock all these dents out and stuff like that, get it like obviously all nice and straight, ready for a bit of paint. Now I'm probably gonna Raptor it in some colour, not 100% sure yet. So I've actually just pulled the door card off. I don't know if you can see, there's right there a few dents, up along a few dents. Not 100% sure if I can get to them. I'm gonna try and knock them out if I can. If not, a bit of bog will come in handy. Be a bit friendly with the bog and tidy it up a little bit. It's got all paint fade here. Obviously all that it's gonna have to come off. Door handles will come off, but nothing too bad. What are you barking at? Say hello to everyone. Mr. Bentley. Look, to be honest, the body isn't terribly bad on this. Other than a bit of paint fade and a few little just little dents in it. It's really not that bad. That's the most major thing on it, really. Which you can't get to, so that's just, I'm gonna have to probably get something to pull that out, or not 100% sure. Still a bit of research into it, but other than that, there's a few little dents, but it's not bad. It's pretty straight. Like this door I'm doing now, where those dents are, you can't really access it. There's one little dent here, which the camera doesn't even pick up. So I'm just gonna tap out a little bit, but other than that, this door's just probably gonna be full of bog. Just over, not full, but just lightly over it. Got a bit of 240 here on sander, and I'm going to start sanding this door back. So I'm going to leave the video there. It's starting to get late. 2 doors are done. I've roughly went over the bonnet. So I'm probably just going to sand the whole lot and then get some bog and then start doing those little bits and then obviously sand them back. Now I'm not sure whether you need to use a Raptor undercoat or whether you can use your own undercoat. I'll have to do some research and find out, but that's where we're at for now. Another day, it's Christmas Eve. Last day of work today, so I've got some bog. It's the same stuff we use at work. It's pretty good stuff. I'm going to mix some bog and hardener up and start filling some dents on these 2 doors. Because it's so hot, the bog just wants to dry up, so like this bit here, that's all we're going to have to just get sanded back. It just turns shit. I've wasted a little bit of bog, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more at a time, probably a little bit less hardener. And I'm going to go around with a ruler, just checking for straightness, and I'm going to mark all the dents where I need to go, because I find myself, sorry I didn't film it, but I find myself mixing the bog up, coming here, looking where a dent is while it's drying. So I need to mark every spot that I want to fill. I've sanded more bog back and I've just put a big patch on of bog where there was a bit of a dent. I hammered and got the hammer and dolly out and done a bit more work, and then chucked a big chunk of bog on it. So wait for that to dry and have to give that a sand. On another note, instead of the Hilux, I've got my Wagon in the shed. Been getting a little bit hot and I noticed water been dropping. So I found out the radiator's leaking. Not exactly sure where. I think it's coming out of the plastic part on here, but down the bottom. So I've got another one here, which was out of another Wagon I wrecked. So I'm just going to do the swap it straight in. I'll probably keep this original fan with it, but just pull it all out. And for Christmas, my dad got me these Venetians. My dad and girlfriend and my dad's girlfriend helped pay for them, which they look amazing. Side ones, rear one, these look so good. So I've just dropped the water, pulled the bottom hose off. It's off there at the moment on the VZ. I got some coolant, some red stuff. Now I've got no battery in here, but I'm going to try and start it with the jumper lead hooked up to the Wagon so the water pump can push some water out, so I can get it all out before I put the coolant in. So we'll see how that goes. Well, it worked. Disconnected the jump lead and it's actually still running, which is bloody amazing. So I'm gonna just back it back in the shed and probably might start cleaning the inside. Now I've got the coolant in there. Once it cools down, I'll double check the coolant level again, seeing though obviously since that's probably opened up. I think it's bled through, but we'll never 100% tell just yet. So it's another day now. I just got the car up on the hoist. I've got some oil and a filter. I've just put a little bit more coolant in it. Got the air blower, giving all the engine bay a blowout and the radiator a bit. If it blows, a little bit of shit in there. So I just also ordered a new belt, spare belt, because up at Bathurst it actually threw a belt, well, started throwing like the strands of the belt coming off. Fair enough, that was an old belt, but I just want to be prepared because that one had to be ordered in because it's so long. But anyway, so we're on the road to Summernats, getting things done. So I got the engine nice and warm. I've cleaned all the plastics up here. So now I'm just about to drop it. So the oil's fairly black. Doesn't feel like there's any sort of grit in it, which is good. It's just blackened up a bit. Still a little bit of gold in there, but needed the new oil. So I've cut the filter open, and just by cutting it open, checking, there looks like to be a lot of just carbon buildup, like a fair bit of it. So I'm gonna put it in the vise, and I'm gonna drain all the oil out of it. Not a real lot of oil pressing out of it. But now you can see there is a lot of carbon build-up in this. A lot. There's a big chunk there. A lot of stuff. Now I've always serviced this on time ever since putting the new engine in. The new engine had 150,000 Ks. But that is a lot. Now since then I have drilled the breather out, and which should have opened it up on this side to breathe a lot better. Let's see what's in here. Not that much. A little bit down the bottom actually of carbon build-up. I think it's carbon, I'm just guessing, I don't know, just sludge build-up I guess. So I'll clean all that out and we'll chuck the new oil filter in and new oil and go from there. So I've just given it a wipe over everywhere inside. It's looking nice and good, nice and shiny everywhere. That vinyl stuff I've got from work is really good stuff. So all down there is all nice and shiny. It's just all looking good. Well, I'm pretty sure the last section of that, if not the whole of this video, was dribs and drabs. It wasn't a straightforward video of something in particular. It was a bit of the new Hilux, and then a little bit of, I pulled the radiator out of the Wagon, put a new one in, which I didn't finish off filming, and then on to a little bit of work on the car before Summernats. So it's a bit all over the place, but I've just been trying to cram it all in to this one video. So the next video for you guys will be at Summernats. So as you know, Summernats, we've got the car there. Dad's got his car there, so obviously been getting it ready, and it's pretty much, the car's pretty much ready. I just want to check the tyre pressures and load it up. It needs a wash on the outside, and other than that, I'm just getting stuff ready. So I want to thank you all for this year, for supporting me, all my subscribers, all the comments. I love reading them. I try and reply to most of them. So Thank you to you all. Hope you have an awesome new year. Bring on 2022. And I'll be seeing you guys at Summernats. So hoping to do daily uploads, so 4 days we're there for. We get there on the Thursday. Scrutiny ends at lunchtime, so be filming a bit of travelling and stuff like that. So anyway guys, you know, give it a like, subscribe, comment down below, and see you guys at Summernats.